Please be aware that this ceremony will be on a live webcast. I would ask that you take a look and make note of the closest exit. Should there be an emergency, you'll be notified over the PA system and directed to the closest available exit. We are happy that you're here to celebrate our 10th convocation with us. Please take this moment before the ceremony begins to enjoy the University of Ontario Institute of Technology's 10th anniversary video. The procession will begin shortly after the video presentation. Please stand for the entry of the procession and remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated.
Chancellor Beattie, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, including those who are joining us via webcast, we offer our warmest welcome to you, all of you, today at this, our 10th year of convocation at the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. I hereby declare that the 2013 convocation of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology is now in session. We gather this morning to celebrate the graduates of our doctoral, master, and bachelor's programs in applied science, engineering, and science. Let us all take great pleasure in the accomplishments of these graduates and urge them to remember their time here at UOIT with fondness. May our proceedings reflect the warmth and dignity of the occasion. Cogitando et agendo ducamus. By thinking and doing, we shall lead. I now call upon President Tim McTiernan to address convocation.
Parents, family, friends, honored guests, members of the UOIT Academy, Board of Governors, Chancellor, President Emeritus, and graduates who are about to come across the stage to receive your degrees. This, as you all know, as you all have waited for, and particularly in the case of parents, as you probably worried about until this day came, this is the high point of the academic year in any university. It celebrates excellence in our students. It celebrates excellence in the contribution of our faculty and staff to the education of our students. And with all of the regalia and the ceremony and the formality of the process, it celebrates centuries of tradition about the role of a university in the education of young minds and the role of a university in producing knowledge, producing scholarship that helps us as we evolve and develop as a society and as a nation, socially, economically, culturally, and in terms of the strength of our communities, both in terms of their capacity to provide economic opportunities for people young and old alike, for people who are new Canadians and people who have been in Canada as families for generations, but also to support and foster social justice, fairness, and social equity. Today is a passage, but it's a step in a process. And it's a step in a process that is a portal through which our students become new members of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology family. New members who join with our honorary doctorates to broaden out the University of Ontario Institute of Technology family, to advocate and represent us as they go through careers, as you go through careers and go through your lives, and to represent everything that is good about what we have built in the last decade and what we will build in the next 40 or 50 years. This is a particularly auspicious day for Canada, as well as for you. It's June the 6th. If you take in the time difference, this time on June the 6th, 1944. Anglophone Canadians, Francophone Canadians, First Nation Canadians, and Inuit Canadians, whether on the beach at Juno Beach or supporting the Normandy landings, logistically or behind the scenes in terms of radar, Air Force protection, naval protection. They were part of a Canadian nation, of a generation that represented the best in service, in sacrifice, in commitment, in innovation, and in perseverance. And universities, quite apart from training and educating students in the analytical skills, the problem-solving abilities, and the technical skills and the knowledge that will be the base for successful careers, the successful establishment and growth of businesses, are about also teaching perseverance, the value of service, the value of commitment, the value of a calling that is greater than an individual drive and an individual set of ambitions. So let us today, as we celebrate the growth of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology family, as we celebrate excellence, as we celebrate our increasing reach across the province, across the country, and globally, let us remember that the strength of our community is built on the highest quality of Canadians, the qualities of Canadians and the character of Canadians that have allowed us to succeed as a country, allowed us to join fully in the Commonwealth of Nations, and allowed us to speak for, fight for, and argue for good and goodwill and equity, not only here, but across the world. Thank you.
Thank you, President McTiernan. I would now like to present the candidates for the honorary doctorate degrees to be conferred by University of Ontario Institute of Technology. Clement Bowman. And Robert Strickert. Clement Bowman, will you please step forward? Thank you. Dr. Bowman began his long and distinguished career in the energy industry with Imperial Oil Limited. He moved on to become the chair of the Alberta Oil Sands Technology and Research Authority, where he was responsible for initiating a project which revolutionized the oil sands industry and brought considerable wealth to Alberta and Canada. His career highlights include being the chair of the Alberta Government's Technology and Research Advisory Committee, president of the Alberta Research Council, and vice president responsible for the Research Centre at Esso Petroleum Canada in Sarnia, Ontario. His work led to the successful commercialization of new technologies and significant improvements in the practices of technology-intensive organizations. He has recently co-authored a book which outlines a number of priorities Canada should follow this century to become a sustainable energy superpower. Dr. Bowman has received a considerable number of awards, including the Queen Elizabeth II Silver Jubilee Medal, a member of the Order of Canada, and the laureate of the Global Energy International Prize. Chancellor Beattie, for visionary leadership within the energy sector and his commitment to the national strategy for a low-carbon footprint in Canada, we are proud to confer upon Dr. Clement Bowman the honorary degree of Doctor of Science. Robert Strickert, please step forward. Mr. Strickert's career spans more than 30 years in the nuclear power industry with Ontario Hydro, and Ontario Power Generation. He was involved in the successful decontamination of the Douglas Point reactor at the Bruce site and investigated the root cause of the pressure tube cracks in early CANDU reactors. He served in a variety of senior management capacities, including operating superintendent, production manager, and site vice president of Pickering. He was the site vice president of the Darlington Nuclear Station for the first 5 years of operation, where he helped the plant become one of the first facilities in the world to receive the ISO 14001 certification, an international recognition for a strong safety culture. He's worked hard on behalf of the nuclear power industry to improve community relations and was instrumental in creating a strong community partnership, helping the Darlington Nuclear Generating Station gain a reputation as a good corporate citizen and an environmental leader. He is known as the Green Director among his peers due to his commitment to safe, efficient, and environmentally sound practices. Mr. Strickert is actively involved in the community, participating on numerous boards, including previously serving as the chair of the Board of Governors for both UOIT and Durham College. Chancellor Beattie. For his remarkable success in the nuclear industry and commitment to the creation of UOIT, we are proud to confer upon Mr. Robert Strickert the honorary degree, Doctor of Laws.
On behalf of the Academic Council of the University, I hereby confer these honorary degrees and grant you all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining hereto. Congratulations. I gather your actual degree is going to be coming to you. Let me present this to you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll have to go home. Absolutely. Okay,
Congratulations.
You.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Chancellor. Your degree is in the mail.
Okay, thank you very much.
Congratulations. That's very welcome. Thank you for all of it. Wonderful.
Sign the register. Where you take me.
Dr. Bowman and Mr. Strickert will now sign the UOIT register.
Okay, and then you'll tell me when.
I'm right now.
And where do I speak out? Where do I speak out? Here.
You can speak right now. We'll call you in a moment.
No way. If I sit down.
Yes, absolutely. You don't need to
Once it starts speaking.
Yes.
Unless it starts speaking.
I will now call on Dr. Bowman to address convocation.
It's a bit exciting to be first, but I'm certainly pleased to be here. The Chancellor, the President, distinguished faculty, accomplished graduates, and of course the ecstatic parents and family members that are here. I'm honored to join you as you celebrate this important milestone. A recent Globe and Mail center spread captivated my attention because it highlighted 4 characteristics for a good convocation speech: funny, personal, inspiring, and short. The only commitment I can fully make here is this last one, short, but I'll do my best on the others. What a difference between the year of my graduation, 1952, and yours, 2013. One difference that you may not be aware of is that I had 6 or 7 job offers, as did most of my classmates. Now, as an aside, that was not a bad situation for me, in that I started my education by failing kindergarten at John Wanless Public School in Toronto. As their records will show, unfortunately forever. Well, I doubt that this is the job situation that most of you now face. And I can assure you that the 1952 graduating class was not smarter. I have 4 grandchildren, and I know the true facts about the astonishing abilities of young people today. And having a BlackBerry 10 doesn't help me a lot, I find out. So, what is the difference? Well, I would like to offer my explanation. During the decade before and a couple of decades after 1952, Canada was a young visionary country, launching big projects. It was the period of technological advances and engineering feats that made the country we now know. I'm going to give you some examples. We invented and developed a process for producing synthetic rubber, which was crucial for the Allies in World War II. We built the St. Lawrence Seaway. The oil and gas industry emerged to become a global powerhouse. We developed the CANDU nuclear reactor, which now produces much of Ontario's electricity. And we were the 3rd nation in space with satellites and the famous Canadarm. The wealth that arose from these projects fueled Canada's unique and emerging social system, including our healthcare system. So, what has changed? Although we have dramatically more intellectual talent, we seem to lack the big projects that stir the imagination. And our planet has 2 enormous challenges. The first is getting access to energy by the 2 billion people on this planet that have no or limited access. And of course, climate change. Canada has the capability, and I will add the responsibility, to address both. And we need visionaries to galvanize a sense of national purpose. Now, here are some of the transformational projects that are waiting for your generation to launch. Producing carbon-neutral bioenergy and bioproducts from Canada's rich agricultural and forestry residues, and upgrading our natural resources to value-added products, finally changing our reputation as hewers of wood and drawers of water, building a national power grid fueled from low greenhouse gas emitting hydro and tidal power and next-generation nuclear reactors. And then there's water. Canada is blessed with fresh water, and much of it just flows into the ocean. A magnificent resource for innovation. The possibilities are endless. Recent forecasts have said that the Canadian economy is going to slow down. And if it does, I have only 3 words. Shame on us. Canada is ready for the launch of big transformational projects. And this is where you come in. Whatever career you take, think about its role in Canada Inc. Find your own big project. Locate and link with the visionaries that will help make it happen. And then become one of those visionaries yourself. If you do this, I am convinced that Canada will become a leader in meeting the 2 global challenges that I mentioned previously. And your children and their children will have 6 or 7 job offers. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bowman. Would the candidates for the following degrees please stand? Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Applied Science, Master of Engineering, Bachelor of Applied Science Honors, Bachelor of Engineering Honors, Bachelor of Engineering and Management Honors, and Bachelor of Science Honors. Mr. Chancellor, as Vice Chair of Academic Council and on behalf of the Academic Council of the University, I present to you these candidates and certify that they have fulfilled all degree program requirements and have been recommended for graduation by their faculties.
On the recommendation of the Academic Council of the University, I hereby confer upon these candidates the degrees to which they have demonstrated their entitlement and grant them all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining hereto. I call upon them, upon hearing their names, to present themselves before this convocation to receive the degree. I also confer the degree upon those who have been approved for the degree but are absent from this convocation.
Candidates, please be seated.
Candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy may now approach the platform. Smain Gandharian, thesis title, Heat Recovery from Molten Salt in Copper Chlorine Cycle. Sayed Ali Hosseini, thesis title, Model-Based Simulation of Broaching Operation, cutting mechanics, surface integrity, and process optimization. Mohammed Manjurul Islam. Thesis title, Parallel Design Optimization of Multi-Trailer Articulated Heavy Vehicles with Active Safety Systems. Gabriel Dario Marin. Thesis title, Kinetics and Transport Phenomena in the Chemical Decomposition of Copper Oxychloride in the Thermochemical CuCl Cycle. Kevin Christopher Pope. Thesis title, Multi-Phase Flow in Chemical Reactor Thermodynamics for Hydrolysis and Thermochemical Hydrogen Production. Musharraf Rabbani. Thesis title, Design, Analysis, and Optimization of Novel Photo Electrochemical Hydrogen Production Systems. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Candidates for the degrees of Master of Applied Science and Master of Engineering from the Faculty of Energy Systems and Nuclear Science may now approach the platform. Go ahead. Neville Malab O'Sullivan. Mercy Gayatri Cheladuri. Addison Gaydon. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degrees of Master of Applied Science and Master of Engineering from the Faculty of Energy Systems and Nuclear Science.
Candidates for the degrees of Master of Applied Science and Master of Engineering from the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science may now approach the platform. Miriam Fatima. Zedem Fazul Islam. Nidhi Dwivedi. Babita Sani. Tawfiq Safar. Kashif Hussain. And this concludes the inception. Amandeep Singh. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degrees of Master of Applied Science and Master of Engineering from the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science.
Candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Applied Science, Honors, Bachelor of Engineering, Honors, Bachelor of Engineering and Management, Honors, and Bachelor of Science, Honors, from the Faculty of Energy Systems and Nuclear Science may now approach the platform. Amrit Paul Singh Badhan. Benjamin Burns. Keegan Gibbons. Kyle Matthew Johnson. Alikia Kayanath Bata. Jitesh Patel. Kanjan Patel. Andrew Ramatar. Naboisha Borkovich. Connor Patrick Duhame. Keel Hung. Christopher Rodney Nickel.
Anthony Michael Adoricio. Ayaz Ahmad. Ali Akhtar. Bassam Alawi. Brandon Ali. Paratosh Amin. Brian Beamish. Michael Gordon Bruce Carroll.
Wishing for him.
Awais Chauhan. Nicholas Jordan Chornaboy. Joel Cockram. Laura Jean Dodsworth. Shona Faye Draper, Faculty Medal. Jordan Glenn Gilbert. Michael Gnat. Michael Patrick Godfroy. Andrew Higgins. Dean John Adam Hipson. Mark Kim Acaro. Jarrett Laurie Johns. Juan Carlos Joven. Ashwinder Singh Kamra. Khalid Khan. Mark Lamb. Nivedita Menon. Ahmed Musa. Krista Joyce Nicholson. Ravi Patel. Tammy Fan. Lana Cora Sydney Pilecki. Narendrajit Singh Randhawa. Ashkan Sawberry. Peter Sauer. Dheeraj Kumar Sharma. Andre Sideropoulos. Alex Anthony Smith. Hassan Syed. Megan Triglia. Vatsal Trivedi. Ishita Talsiani. William Van Dyke. Adam Waters. Ethan Joseph Cyril Werger. Cora Ching-Hwa Wong. Ricardo Elvis Zavati. Brendan Kelly. Abhishek Snehal Pandya.
Merlin Abraham. Jillian Elizabeth Belcott. Hannah Robin Graham. Akash Joshi. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degrees of Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering and Management, Bachelor of Science from the Faculty of Energy Systems and Nuclear Science.
I will now call upon Dr. Strickert to address Convocation.
Probably raise it up. Yeah, thanks. Chancellor Beatty, President McTiernan, President Emeritus Polonsky, members of the Platform Party, distinguished guests, friends and family of the graduates, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, graduates. This is a very special morning for you and for me. I'm honored and I'm pleased to share it with you. First, my congratulations to each and every one of you. You're at a special time in your life, and the doors of the world are really open to you. You've demonstrated abilities to think, to learn, to analyze and solve problems, to work as a team and work alone, and most importantly, you've persevered through the ups and downs of 4 years of tough slogging. Congratulations again. Now, employers and society as a whole need your skills and your abilities. Many of you have already decided your next steps: a career, further education, or maybe you're going out on your own. I've met a number of UOIT grads recently that are starting up their own businesses. It's really a new world. And some of you may still be looking for that first career job and are wondering if it was all worth it. I say to you, that is not new. When I graduated from engineering 42 years ago, only 1/3 of my class had jobs or a graduate position at graduation. These things are cyclic. But engineering and science positions can be found. Your first job might not be where you want it, might not be in the location of your choice, but go for it, whether the position's in northern or western Canada or anywhere in the world. You have tremendous opportunities, and your background is going to serve you very well. I also believe demographics are on your side. In the next few years, retirement rates will once again start to increase, and your opportunities will abound. Your generation has many, many challenges. You'll be at the forefront of improving the planet's environment and providing for the future needs of Canadians and for the world's populations. Your degree provides you with the tools that you need to take on those challenges. And I can only say, embrace those challenges and go for it. Now I'm going to change horses a little bit. You've probably heard a lot about the need for balance in your life. Many senior people over my career advised me that you had to balance family, friends, and career in that order. That's what's important to a rewarding and successful life. But I wanted to add a fourth priority to that, which I've found very beneficial to my life in balance: the need to contribute to society, or in other words, to give back to society. I've traveled extensively, and I can categorically state we are incredibly lucky to be in Canada. Our country has many strengths. It's a land of opportunity with resources and frontiers. It's multicultural and tolerant. Our governance systems work well, and our economic union of provinces works well, warts and all. But this is not just by chance. I've come to realize and appreciate the generations of Canadians that went before us, who embraced their civic duty and established our traditions, our laws, our infrastructure, and our institutions. And many contributed much more. As President McTiernan said, it was 69 years ago today, D-Day, that Canadians landed on the beaches of Normandy. They were your age, and many did not make it back. Tremendous sacrifice. But those that did come back came back with a commitment to make this country better. And we each have a duty to make things better, to give back. Particularly when your society has given you the special skills, it's incumbent on you to use them. It really is Canada's way. And I want to talk a bit about UOIT, your alma mater. It's a good example of what can be done. It's the product of many people giving back. I want to give you a little bit of history of the early days of UOIT, before it was even known as UOIT, to show you that anything is possible, particularly if the result will benefit the larger community. I was very fortunate to play a small part. In the mid-90s, just 18 years ago, I was invited for breakfast by my good friend, Dr. Mary Lynn Westmoynes, and we were joined by the then president of Durham College, Dr. Gary Plonsky. We'd all grown up in the far north, and we had much in common. We talked about the college and the need for a university, something that Gary Plonsky had been campaigning for many years. A few hours later, some odd things happened. I was in my office at Darlington, and the mayor of Clarington phoned me. and said, "I've been thinking about nominating you for the college board." What a coincidence. A few months later, I joined the board. Durham College was in very good shape. It thrived on industry partnerships, and it operated businesses that were very profitable. The profits from those businesses helped to pay for some of the efforts to found a new university. Over the next 4 years, the college board and the staff of the college worked on the basic tenets of what would become a business case for the provincial government for a new university. There were a few challenges. The public sector had just gone through major spending cuts. It was about 15% spending cuts in the education sector. And fiscal restraint and public debt reduction were very popular amongst the voters. There had not been a new university in Ontario in 40 years, and many in the province felt we had enough universities. And we learned that funds would have to be borrowed to build a new university. It would not be just the largesse of the government. So it's a bit of an uphill climb. It was a real roller coaster ride. There were many good days and many setbacks. When I look back on it, it would have been easy to give up. But the university offered so much promise to the area and the province, and many potential students could not afford to leave home to go to university and did not go to university. In building the business plan, we sought advice from university leaders across the province, and they were very helpful. We sent delegations to the top universities in the States: MIT, Harvard, Caltech, Princeton. We asked a key question: what would you do if you were starting a new university today? We knew that we could make things better if we learned from others. That was a key lesson. The business case evolved, and I think you know it today. Applied, innovative, and market-driven programs. Potential pathways from the college to university. An emphasis on teaching of undergrads. And, of course, applied research. It would be Ontario's first laptop university. There were partnerships with Trent on the arts programming, with IBM on computers and software, and many other partnerships. Shared facilities with the college were needed to save dollars. And somebody boldly stated one evening when we were when getting close to the business plan, why don't we set a target of 10,000 students in 10 years? After months of debate, that went in the business plan, and we included all the costs and the financing and funding streams over the early years. As the business case was developing, support for the university grew, first in the region and then in the province. Tens of advocates became hundreds. Hundreds became thousands. We had MPs and MPPs campaigning, regional politicians, community leaders, senior business leaders in major companies, service clubs, and on and on. They embraced the university. On May the 9th, 2001, which wasn't very long ago, you were all alive, a new university was announced. On June the 22nd, 2002, 1 year later, the Act for UOIT was proclaimed in the budget. And 1 year later, September 4th, 2003, the first students arrived, 950 of them. One of the first class of graduates told me she applied to a university and she went to school in a construction site. Over the last 10 years, the university's continued to prosper and grow. Thousands of faculty, staff, and students, with active support from all levels of government, various community leaders, a number of key industries, and some significant donors have helped to make it all happen. It's truly magic. And here we are today. UOIT is the fastest growing university in Canada. It has the best records of job placements in the province. And it has the fastest growing percentage of first choice applicants among high school graduates. Remarkable. And you're all part of it. And you chose to come here. UOIT will go over 10,000 students this September in 10 years. So my message to the graduates is get involved on a volunteer basis. In fact, it's a message to everybody in the room. There are hundreds of good causes. Your time, your talents, and your abilities are needed, and you have those abilities. Volunteer activities will contribute to your life balance and to provide tremendous personal satisfaction. And a little plug for UIT's present and future students. Most universities get significant financial support from successful alumni. UOIT does not have many well-off alumni yet, of course. There will be, I'm sure. So we need small contributions from graduates. Even a toonie a week would be great. And we need continued support from all members of the communities who benefit so much from this university. Please consider what you can do. You will hear a lot about Student Success Fund and other support opportunities over the coming months and years. So graduates, go out and make the world a better place. You're going to build UOIT's reputation of the future. And my best wishes to all. Make us proud.
Thank you, Dr. Strickert. We have Yasser Matar, Master of Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, a late candidate for the master's program. Great. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honors and Bachelor of Engineering and Management Honors from the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science may now approach the platform. David Ackel. Vijat Bala. Madhud Diwan. Jacob Hugh Hades. Ryan Joseph Fillion. Michael Matthew Alverson. Christopher Edmund Jankowski. Elliot George Koch Butterworth.
Catherine McDonald. Yash Yogesh Patel.
There you go.
Adam Cameron Reed. Sorry. Martin Shrestha. Ansong Wang. Ian Wood. Fadi Saad. Jeffrey Stephen Brand. Guy Bowie. Wade Marcus Byrne. Mitchell James Hicks. Aaron Nam. Mohammed Rahman. Antikumar Bagarel. Humza Bati. Robert Bonini. Harun Bui Kokabash. Angelo Casichiti. Jeder Shodan. Dennis Delaro. Stephen Donadell. Panshu Gupta. Basil Haddad. Shehan Sheatunga. Jude Jathusa. Shiraz Majid. Areg Mukhtarian. Raheel Naguib. Ravi Parekh. Hiren Patel. Kunal Patel. Michelle Pinto. Arti Ravi Kumar. Arun Ravindran. Kirshan Ravirndran. Syed Rizvi. Sorry. Mehmet Sankar. Janathana Satyu Kumar. Tariq Siddiqui. Omalo Simonetti. Akila Subasingha. Ashista Tiwari. Michael Ricard. David Zor. Jeffrey Farhat. Syed Hussain. Stephen McIntyre. Zishan Sabri. Michael Weinrich. Bradley Fagan. Nathaniel Groot Nibbelink. Aniz Sheikh. Arham Masood. Ankur Agarwal. Faisal Al-Tamimi. Carlos Areza. Muhammad Arshad. Christopher Bagshaw. Mario Mark Robert Drago is the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science Faculty Medal winner. Congratulations, Mario. Brian Draycott. Dean Edgeter. Graham Eit. Benjamin Fordham. Christopher Gallagher. Mehmet Gejin. Muhammad Naman Gill. Florian Gemeiner. Joshua Guest. Jason Guy. Akiba Hassan. Michael Erbison. Bradley Hunter. Andrew Yashu Zurakowski. Safin Karim. Athina Karuna Karen. Sean Andrew James Kell. Adrish Khan. Ayman Khan. Naveed Khan. Curtis Knutson. Brendan John Lewis. Zhang Lin. Sterling Russell Little. Jordan James McDonnell. Luis Mazzarine. George Michael. Bikram Singh Modi. Salman Movi. Fazidin Musafir. Harris Mustag. Justin Novia. David Parady. Jesse William Owen. Darshan Patel. Dushyant Patel. Bernard Pathmanathan.
Thank you.
Philip Perivalaris. Mohammed Perzada.
Thank you.
Matthew Collett. Brett Kenneth Ramshuran. Rishi Rasanayagam. Harish Sanath Kumar. Joseph Shalhas. Mayank Sagar. Tokovatso Sakanopo. Nicholas Shrewsbury G. Suvir Singh.
Thank you very much.
Abid Ali Syed. Suthakaran Sambaraja. Anathan Thermavalathanam. Katam Varma. Ishan Varani.
Thank you.
Jason Wong. Matthew Woods. Tyler Wright. Sawan Youssef. Bilal Zahir. Karim Alexander Bhuttu. Caitlin Brown. Brendan Budinger. Jared Burton. Eric Holden. Colin Jeffrey.
Get it practiced.
Tyler Gadatz. Andrew Maze. Timothy Meetick. Logan Robinson. Mats Van Cleef. Grace Wong. Sean Bolshin. Travis Brown. Shao Che. Shirag Gasalia. Robert Greer. Spencer Johnstone. Udaykishan Kaluri. Shivam Kalra. Andrew Knopf. Syed Rab. Rubishen Sanathanantham. Ryan Shanks. Melissa Singh. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degrees of Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Engineering and Management from the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science. Mr. Chancellor, this concludes the inception of graduates for this convocation.
Nice. Congratulations, graduates. You are the newest members of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology alumni community. I now invite Nicole Robichaud, Faculty of Science graduate from the class of 2010 and currently a UOIT Alumni Associate Council member, to address Convocation.
Congratulations, class of 2013. You are UOIT's newest alumni. My name is Nicole Robichaud, and I am happy to be here today to bring a warm welcome from the university's Alumni Association. I am honored and excited to welcome this graduating class as we celebrate UOIT's 10th anniversary. This is the first time that a member of the Alumni Association is addressing the graduating students, which is quite an honor for us. We established the university's Alumni Association 9 months ago, another UOIT milestone. As a member of the Association Council, I can tell you that we are working to ensure that alumni's interests are considered in all aspects of UOIT's plans. You see, once you're a part of UOIT, a part of this fantastic network of friends and colleagues, it becomes a community that you want to stay in touch with long after you graduate. Those of us who are just a few years ahead of you wanted to create a community that would do just that, keep you a part of UOIT. This is important because as the university grows, so does our alumni community. We are excited to have more than 1,400 new members joining us this spring, bringing our total to more than 8,200, almost the population of Port Perry. And in a few short years, imagine how big our community will be. As we grow and develop new programs, we encourage you to be an active alumnus to take advantage of the benefits we can offer. Benefits that include discounted rates for a number of businesses and organizations, including the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, a lifetime UOIT library membership, and and exclusive access to a number of other UOIT alumni services. Make sure you keep your contact information updated on the website so that we can keep you posted. Immediately following this ceremony, I would like to invite you and your guests to attend a reception for your faculty across the street at 61 Charles Street. If you use the east entrances, you just have to cross the street and you're there. The alumni, faculty, and staff would like to congratulate and celebrate with you this important milestone. Please join us now at the receptions. The best is yet to come, believe it.
May this university continue to grow and flourish for all those who seek knowledge and ways to make our world better. May its members continue to address the great questions of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. May our words and actions reflect those values we share as a community: integrity and respect, honesty and accountability, and intellectual rigor. May our graduates go forward with inquisitive minds, creative resolve, and warm hearts to truly make a difference in our world. May I ask you to remain in your seats until the faculty and graduate processions have exited Convocation. Mr. Chancellor, this Convocation of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology is now concluded. Good job.